It's a rematch for the bantamweight belt. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC 277 between Julianna Peña and Amanda Nunes. Peña, who pulled off a very memorable upset last year at UFC 269 when she beat the ladies' GOAT, if you will, in Nunes via round 2 RNC. The Mataleon, the Lion Killer. Can she pull it off again, though? Or dare I say, was it the F word of fluke that's being thrown around? These are questions that, of course, only the fighters can answer, and although I don't disagree with the odds, which we'll get to in a second, I would be careful of throwing around that F word fluke around. You know, these fighters train really hard, and in this division, crazy things can happen. At the time of this video, the odds makers and public are siding with the former champion in Amanda Nunes in the neighborhood of -290 with the comeback on the underdog Julianna Peña in the neighborhood of +220 via Tipico Sportsbook. Now, I don't disagree again with the designated favorite being Amanda Nunes despite just seeing her lose this fight, but perhaps as I and other analysts tend to do, it's hard to go against the evidence sometimes, but maybe is this the fight where you do? I mean, this is Amanda Nunes we're talking about. She goes out there this Saturday, is able to land her improved boxing, her hard counter right hands, and gets a proverbial club and sub because, you know, Peña is so durable and all. She has been submitted. Would any of us be surprised? No, I'm very tempted to repeat my round 2 club and sub pick from last year. However, looking back at the footage, it is, you know, it's as incriminating as it can be if you were to judge someone off one contest. However, I'm not just judging Nunes off this one contest. We've kind of seen this before, and sure, she showed improvements against the likes of Raquel Pennington, had scary moments, you know, more than perhaps it gets talked about in that Durandamy rematch for 5 rounds. But she was able to pull through there. Was it just a bad cut from bouncing around, you know, the weight classes, you know? And that could be it, but if that's the case, weight cutting doesn't get any easier as you get older. Not that Amanda Nunes is old by any stretch, but she's been fighting for some time and is entering the advanced stages, and I don't think that's a controversial or unfair thing to say. Secondly, the more bouncing around I'm worried about, which is the quiet theme on this main card, is camp changes. Amanda Nunes has moved away from American Top Team and has started up her own camp. We've seen mixed results of that, even when this is a good move in the long term. There's always those couple of adjusting fights, right? Are we going to get that here? Whereas we kind of know what we're going to get with Peña. Say what you will about her technique, but her recent training, especially with the VFS Academy, Valley Flow striking, you know, I was wrong about Peña and her camp's ability to get it done last time. You know what? I got to admit when I'm wrong, and I got to give credit where credit is due. That camp's done a lot of good things with Peña and others. And again, with Peña, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a durable, spirited fighter that's going to go until either the final bell rings or you put her out. She is tough to put out. So I'm actually going to go with Peña reluctantly to repeat history here, you know, just the history from UFC 269, sure, but let's be honest, we've seen great fighters go from massive championship runs to not even being able to buy a win at the corner store. I hope that's not the case for Amanda Nunes, but if it is, would it really be the craziest thing in the world if she loses twice? Well, see why I'm picking Julianna Peña, as well as stats in their rematches and other interesting tidbits that I offer in my in-depth breakdown at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.